Alright, here goes to my second review, guys. This one's going to be on the Horizon Tech Arctic Turbo, which is the latest one from them. The Arctic is a great tank. If you're into flavor and you're into tanks, most of you guys probably, Arctic is a good one. I hear a lot about lots of other ones, but this is one of my favorites. I use this one almost all the time on my Mini. If I'm not using my RDA, obviously my new Prime, which I like a lot. So let's just dive down into this tank, and we'll talk a little bit about it, tell you about it. All right, so it says Pioneered 6-tuplet coil, which is 3-piece interchangeable dual coils, which is there's 3 of them in the bottom, and I'll show you the deck a little later too. Top turbo cooling system. There's a little up on the top here. There's a slot here where you can get airflow, and also there's a fan in the top here. You take this little piece off here, and there's a little fan in there. Which is, I guess is different. I don't know many tanks that have one like this. A little fan, a little whistle there too. So, yep, your fan's up on the top there. Supposed to help with keep it cool. I guess that's part of the turbo cooling system. So. Alright, put this back together. And what else we got about this? Wattage range is 40 to 120 watts. A lot of the newer tanks are getting up in the higher wattage range. Obviously, TFB4. There's a few of them. The Wolf tank. There's there's just so many tanks out there right now. Top adjustable airflow, which is it's the same as in the cooling system. It's the same slot. If you close that, the fan doesn't work as good. If you open that, it works better. 100% stainless steel. 4 mil capacity, which is pretty good, for a tank. TFP4 is 5, I think, and the Arctic I think is 3, so you're getting a little more. And they do have a dual coil option for this, a rebuildable. So in the package, it comes with extra tank glass. It comes with 3 extra coils, and it comes with these 2 plugs here. So if you want to do, if I can get them out, if you want to do 2 coils, or if you want to do 1 coil, you can put these little plugs in those spots, and that way you're not leaking juice everywhere. So, alright, so we'll get to the tank. Start at the top here with the drip tip. Nice drip tip. It's obviously stainless steel with the plastic insert. I haven't had any problems with it getting hot yet. The top here has the little fins there. Sorry. So keep it cool. You can take that off like I already showed you where the fan is. This tank is top fill, which is nice. It's always a bonus. You unscrew the top right here, and then you just fill her up. One thing I will say about this one compared to the TFB4 is the fill hole right here is much better. It's a lot wider, so it's not as hard to get your bottle, your little dripper in there and drip on it. It's real nice. It actually goes in there pretty good. The little plastic thing in this one actually is in there with like a little grommet, so it won't fall out. It doesn't come out, and there's no extra one, so that stays in most of the time. All right, so that's the top, airflow and all them goodies in the tank. All right, so we'll move on to the bottom. We'll take this and change your coils. Pull the bottom off. There's your little bottom deck piece. All right, here is your coils. Like I said before, there's 3 of them. Alright, and they come out of this little deck here. You pop them out like that, you push them up, and there's this little deck there that they sit in. Pretty neat little idea. No deck I know of like that in a tank. Pretty cool. Each one of these coils are, let's see, 6 ohms. That's each one of these. So altogether, that's 2 ohms when they average out to be from 40 to 120 watts, like we said. So, and as you take one away, it gets, obviously it goes up. Now the way that, one thing I think is pretty cool is in the bottom of this, I don't know if you can see it, but you see there's like a little plate in there, and it actually pushes up when it hits the 510 connection. So that hits the bottom of the coils, which is pretty neat. And there's your inside of your bottom of your tank, and then you get your chimney that comes all the way down and around and goes up. You know, it's a tank. Just, you know, there's not much to a tank. It's a tank. It's your bottom airflow down there. You know. Screw that bad boy on. You get your Arictic Turbo. You know, she does pretty good. I'm gonna fill her up real quick. I don't want this video to be too long. Put some juice in a banner, and we'll give her a couple rippers on her. Oh, see, look at that. I'm so used to the original. I'm trying to take the bottom off. Nice. Alright. So, we unscrew the top here. Put some juice up on it. Real quick. I've already had some juice in it, so should be able to do some rips on it right away. One thing I do notice when you're putting in juice, it's with the way the deck is on the bottom, you gotta kind of get it filled up there. These little pieces here, the way the deck is set up, so all the juice goes in these little slots, like so. All right, put that back on there. Throw this bad boy. Where are we gonna throw it on? Throw it on the Sigeli. Why not? It's only 100 watts, but we'll see if we can rip her 100 watts. Seems to do pretty good clouds. You know, I did have one issue with it when I first got it. You got to be careful when you're taking these coils out. I should mention that because, you know, when you're pulling them out of here, if you're not careful, if they're upside down and the bottoms are sticking up, be careful. You can pull that bottom off and screw it up. Which, yeah, I've had two of the coils happen like that. So, right. See, we're ripping here. All right, 80 watts. Does pretty good clouds, you know. Pretty good vape production. So I like it. Nice. Ryzen Tech Arictic Turbo. You know. There you go, guys. Have a good one, man.